Welcome to part 62. Ready or not, here I come. And this is December the 22nd. I almost said 23rd there for a second. Woo! Yep, in time. December the 22nd, 2024. Boy, we getting closer to Hanukkah. Hanukkah starts December 25th, according to man's calendar. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come high from menorah. Yes. With locusts to eat, and a wad of good treats. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Anyways, getting on back into this Luke 12, verse 13. And one of the company said to him, Master, speak to my brother that he divide the inheritance with me. Boy, Jesus had to be a settler of all things, didn't he? Wonderful Counselor, mighty God, Prince of Peace. And the government shall be upon his shoulders, right? And he said to him, Man, who made me a judge or a divider over you? Sorry, that just caught me off guard for a second. That was just too funny because that's what I was just thinking to myself that I would be saying. Well, who put me judge and jury over you? But he is the wonderful Counselor, the mighty God, the Prince of Peace. But anyways, and he is the judge. And he said to them, Take heed and beware of covetousness. For a man's life consists not in the abundance of the things which he possesses. Ooh. There's something, a lesson that we all needed, isn't it? Yeah, I said that we all needed. It's not about the abundance of the things you possess. Of course, I don't possess that much. I give away most of everything that I own. Well, I couldn't have them things around me. I want to know. I'm still trying to get rid of some of the garbage, but I'm throwing it out. But I don't like idols. I never did. Even before I knew they were idols and realized that, I never did care for them. I don't like them. They just be dust collectors. They was stuff my mama had, not me. I never was into all that stuff. All that we really need is a shelter, food, and remnant. We don't have to have all these other things. We should thank God if we have anything extra. Even Jesus didn't have a shelter. My shelter ain't much. It's falling apart. It's not in very good shape. It's not really fit for a king. But such as it is, he is always welcome with me. Always. Anyways, going right on. Verse 16. Luke 12:16. And he spoke a parable to them, saying, The ground, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, What shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits. I think of this every time I hear Uncle Bernie say, Build back better. I think of this parable, right? And I will say to my soul, So you have much goods laid up for many years. Oh, whoops. Sorry, got to back up. I skipped a verse and didn't realize. And he said, This will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, So you have much goods laid up for many years. Take your take your ease, eat and drink, and be merry. But God said to him, You fool, this night your soul shall be required of you. Then who shall those things be? Whose shall those things be? Good question. Which you have provided. That's a good question. So is he that lays up treasure for himself and is not rich toward God? And he said to his disciples, Therefore I say to you, take no thought for your life, what you shall eat, neither your body, what you shall put on. The life is more than meat, and the body more than raiment. Consider the ravens, for they neither sow nor reap, which neither have storehouse nor barn, and God feeds them. How much more are you better than the fowls? And which of you, with taking thought, can add to his stature 1 cubit? See, I was talking about this in the last part about all we really need is certain things, and that tomorrow will take care of itself and so forth. If you then be not able to do the things which is least, why take you thought for the rest? Just let it go. Let go and let God. That's what I say. Give it to Jesus. Say, Here, Lord, if you want me to do anything for you, you're going to have to provide. And that's all you do. You just pop it in his hand and you leave it be. Because I can testify to that he provides what we have need of. He has taken care of my needs many times. Now, I was in a wheelchair for a year, and I lost my job. I had no way to pay my bills, so I lost my electric and water and stuff for a time. I did without the basic necessities for a time, and I sat alone in a corner in my wheelchair, in the dark, talking to the Lord. He's a light, you know. Nobody even knew. Nobody knew. Except the Lord. And I knew he knew what was going on, so I just trusted him. And I got a a card. My sister went and checked my mail for me because I couldn't even get out my house door. She went and checked my mail. My ladies auxiliary had sent me a card and had a little bit of money in it from Bethlehem to Calvary. And I thank God for them. Because I got my water back on and paid the bill. It was enough to pay the bill plus the overdraft fee because where it was late. And I got my water turned back on. So at least I have water again. And then the heap office in town, my sister went and worked with them for me on my behalf and got my electric turned back on. So, I mean, things can be difficult, yeah. But you know what I didn't do? I didn't curse God for that. Was I sad? Yeah, I made it hard. It was difficult. I mean, there I sat in a wheelchair. It was hard enough as it was, but having to do without other stuff, there was nothing I could do. There was nothing I could do because physically I could not move much at all. And I was pinned down and I had no choice but to just be still and trust God. That was it. And you know what? The pain was excruciating in my foot and leg, and I still refused the surgery. I refused the surgery and I refused the pharmacia. Wouldn't take anything. I would keep it propped up to try to keep the swelling down. And I would pray for peace. And that's what I did. And I waited on the Lord. And after a year, he got me on that chair, got me back to work, got me back up on my feet. It's still a struggle sometimes. Sorry, I had to grab me a quick drink. Anyways, as I was saying, um, that year is not even the longest I've waited for prayers that I've prayed. I'm still waiting on some of them that God promised me. But I know they're coming. Because the Lord can do all things. He absolutely can. Just gotta trust Him. Just gotta trust Him. First, you gotta start trusting Him with yourself before you can really let go and trust Him with other people. It's like baby steps, you know? A little here, a little there. I think I can do it. I think I can do it. I think I can do it. Because through Jesus, all things are possible. With God, all things are possible. Mark 9:23, Luke 1:37. With God, nothing shall be impossible with God, right? But anyways, I gotta go get some rest. And I will see you in the next part when I get a chance to get it up. Hopefully I'll get to do a couple in the morning.